What is up, everybody? Circflex here, and it's once again time. December is rolling in. It's time for Advent calendars, daily videos showing you the offers on the European, Asian, and North American servers, where every day for 1 day they have a special offer. I've been doing this for I think about 2 years. It all started with a really crappy sale and me telling people to absolutely not buy it. And from then on forward, people wanted more. So here we are. And today's offer is actually pretty interesting because I don't think they did this last year. Last year, the last day of the Advent calendar had a special tank that we haven't seen before. But this time around, they're like, fuck it. We'll put a new tank in the first day because why not? So the T92 is up for offer. And sadly, they did give the community contributors accounts to try this out and review it ahead of schedule. We didn't know it was going to be an Advent calendar though. But I was on a holiday, so I couldn't play it. So today is the first day I'm going to be able to play it. So as regards of, how good is the tank, I'm not going to be able to fully give you, a true review of it. It's the same across the board. So if we take a look at NA, they have the same one. And if we take a look at the Asian shop, it's also pretty much the same one. It's some gold, and then personal reserves, and times 5 crew, times 5 XP for every victory, times 15. Now, obviously, the bundles are not really worth it, because this is just inflating the price with nonsense. And also, these 15 times XP missions end at a certain date. Stuff like this, you can read about it here. So just buy the regular one, and the regular one will be 25 bucks, at least over here in Norway. 25 bucks is a reasonable price, considering regular tier 8 pricing. For some reason, TDs and some of the heavies are more expensive because, like, Lord knows why. But at least this one is 25, which is at the lower end. See, as you can see, the SU tier 7 is also 26. The pricing is always ridiculous, right? But the bundle's obviously not worth it. Now, there is one thing that caught my attention, because I did check out what other people thought of it. And the tank that the people played and reviewed is not the same tank you're getting here today. Now, you might be wondering what the fuck is going on. Well, it's not that big of a change. If we take a look here, let me just do it like this so you can see everything. The T92, I got mine. CM actually gifted mine, but I probably would have bought it anyway. What they changed was, and it's a pretty big change, they made the engine a lot better. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it went up by 100%. It doubled from 300 to 600 horsepower, which gave it a lot better power to weight, and thus making the whole tank a lot more fun and maneuverable, as a scout should be. So keep this in mind. This is not something anyone that has previewed the T92 before today will have played with this exact same T92. Now you might think, no, it's not much of a change, but it is though. Like, double horsepower is a pretty big deal for the scout. Now onto the tank itself. If we just go to the garage, it has the same crew layout as the T49 and the Bulldog and such. So for crew training purposes, absolutely fine. This is straight out of my T49. It is loader, driver, gunner, and then radio or radio guy and the commander. Now there's one thing that's annoying about this setup, but I mean, again, it's for all of these tanks, right? And that is that the commander needs to be very, very well trained to get the most out of it. Because to get the most out of your tank, you need both situational awareness and recon crew skills. And this is very important because that will make your fuel range, instead of the regular 400 that it gets, which is really good base, but you get 430 even without equipping it, right? So with 400 base, you don't need both. You probably need situational awareness only, and then, burst and arms, but you do need a good crew because of this, right? Having a separate radio guy is very nice to have for crew training purposes, if all the tanks are like this, of course, because it makes it easier for you to have a slightly less trained crew but get the same fuel range benefits. Now, the tank itself is looking fairly decent. I'm comparing it to the Bulldog because obviously that's what you're gonna do. They both have -10 gun depression, which is nice. They both have 175 base pen, which is okay. You know, it's decent. The thing is that this guy has 150 alpha instead of 170 compared to the Bulldog. And its dispersion is a lot better. Now, what this won't tell you in this entire area here, and it will show up in things.gg, is that the gun handling on the T92 is absolutely awesome. So much so that you could maybe even run it without third stabs, which is quite unique, and you can probably run events instead together with optics and a gun rammer. Obviously it's not an autoloader, so. So the tank itself is looking pretty good. I've heard some reports that the engine gets taken out relatively quickly, so I would advise you to use maybe a large repair kit in case you get tracked and engine wrecked as well. But overall, it's looking like a good tank. I'll be playing it on stream today, on the Friday that the tank is going to be on sale. It should be on sale for another like 18 hours or so, so hopefully some people can tune in and then decide if they want to buy it or not. Another thing that really caught my attention, and this is the most retarded part about this entire tank, is the ammo cost is insanity. It's 14 golds, which translates into 5,600 credits per shot. And it's only 150 alpha and 210 pen, which is like whatever. If we take a look at the Bulldog, which has 175 base pen as well and 210 heat as well, and it is 11 gold, which translates into 4,400, but it does 170 damage. Or 175. I think it's 170. Let's just check to be sure. 170. There we go. Now, this is absolutely ridiculous because you buy a premium tank for crew training and for credit making, right? So you're gonna load some heat, and because of the matchmaking, people are gonna load anywhere from 10, which is gonna be 56,000 credits, to maybe even like, I don't know, like 20 or so heat shells, considering the matchmaking. And 175 base pen is not going to get you anything. It's 112,000 credits. If you shoot all of it, of course, which you might not do every time. But this is absolutely ridiculous. And I would honestly implore Wargaming to hotfix this and make this cheaper. Now, obviously, some people will say, well, that's just going to, more people are just going to shoot full heat. Trust me, no one wants this, okay? 5,600 is absolutely ridiculous, especially when you take in mind that it's only 150 alpha, which that conversion rate is super shit. That's like reaching Chi-Ri levels of shit, which is really bad. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're looking for a you know, money-making machine, this is not gonna be it, because I can already tell you that even though this gun is really accurate and it's looking really good, a base pen of 175 on fast APCR is not going to cut it in today's world of tanks, and currently in 2017, where there's super heavies everywhere, a lot of corridors, a lot of heavily armored targets. It's not going to cut it, right? You're going to need more than this a lot of the time, because you're going to see tier 9s and 10 a lot of the time. 175 pen is fine if you're top tier and you're facing tier 6 and 7s, that's absolutely fine, right? But something to keep in mind that tier 8 matchmaking is still completely fucked. Now, being completely fucked in tier 8 is a lot more fun, as weird as that sounds, playing a fast scout tank that's like a slow, heavy, or medium in general. I think scouts give the less fucks after TDs, probably. The better TDs also don't give too many fucks about being in +2, +1. So, all this being said, would I recommend it? I mean, personally, if you're a fan of scouts like I am, I really love scout tanks. I love the gameplay scout tanks provide. I will definitely pick one up, as you can see, but this one was gifted, but I would have picked one up. If you're not familiar with playing scouts, if you don't have any US, you know, if you're not even doing this tech tree and all that, is it really worth it? I don't think so. Is it worth it for credit grinding? Absolutely not. And you all know why by now. It looks sweet as hell though. Small little scout tank, 400 base rate, a few inches, nice. The buffed engine power is nice. I just wish they would make the income a bit better, because this is honestly, this alone makes me want to say that, you know, 90% of the people should stay away from this tank, to be honest. I'll probably have a lot of fun with it because, you know, I like the Scout Tank memes quite a bit. And you don't have to run food on this to get max fuel range, which is nice. So you can just run the atomic fire extinguisher. But I still think you probably want to get the larger packet. And that's about it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoy these type of videos. The advent calendar, I always quite like doing these. And this time around, kind of a surprise, something different from last year. You know, which is rather nice. T92. Buy it if you're a fan of Scouts. Don't buy it if you're looking to make credits. It's kind of the short version. Anyway, my name is Mr. Flexus. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, junk and stuff. Maybe check out some more YouTube videos. I'll be doing these every single day of the Advent calendar. So check back in tomorrow for day 2. And hopefully we'll get something cool. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Peace out.